So I just ran 4 miles. And, I was thinking about the half marathon I ran a couple of days ago. And, my goal is to run a 100-mile race. It kind of seems like a fantasy. It's kind of a little ridiculous to run a 100-mile race. I know some people do it. And that's kind of what made me want to do it. Not everybody wants to run a 100-mile race. And, it's only a few people that can endure that type of pain, that type of physical and mental endurance. And that's definitely why I want to, do that myself. But, running a 100-mile race, I started running 1 mile at a time. And, to build up the endurance to even be able to run. And, I started realizing that I was pushing off a 13-mile half marathon because, I was kind of scared. I knew there was going to be some type of physical pain. The most I had ran before was like 10 miles. And, just thinking about 13 miles scared me. And I just kept pushing it off. But in me running that 13 miles, I started off with 13. And when I ran the first mile, I said 12 miles left. Second mile, 11 miles left. Once I got to 3 miles, and I knew there was 10 miles left, I told myself I'd done this before. I just kept running. And every mile that went down, I told myself, I've done this before, I've done this before, I've done this before. Until I reached the last 3 miles. Then, when I reached mile 11, it was unknown territory. And the last 3 miles were hell. My body started to break down. And I just kept pushing, I kept pushing. And, I asked myself, why am I doing this? And I was so physically tired and mentally tired that it became hard for me to actually even think of the reasons why I was doing it. I ended up finishing. It's been like 3-4 days, and I've ran like 3 times since then. And that kind of haunted me that I wasn't able to find my why when I needed it. So I started just really thinking about why I'm doing this, the mind frame that I was in back when I said I was gonna run 100 miles. It's made me really think. And I was thinking about when I first started. I had to walk a mile, then walk a mile, then run a mile, then 2, then 3, and just over and over and over. I started my journey at like 240 something pounds because I had started dieting. At my heaviest, I was 250. Right now, I'm like I fluctuate between 211 to 214. I've gotten as low as 210, which is the lowest I've been in years. And, in me running 1 mile and 1 mile and 1 mile over and over, I had to form a habit. And, in whatever goal that it is that you're trying to accomplish, everything that you're trying to do, my best advice would be to form a habit. Form one habit. Whatever your goal is. If your goal is to lose weight, don't just crash. Don't just start changing your whole diet. Start, exercising more than you ever have. Don't do none of that shit. Change one thing. Change the easiest thing. For me, it was like cutting out Coke. It wasn't a big deal to me, so I cut that out. My calories went down significantly. And I just did that over and over. I got used to just drinking water. Next thing you know, that started building momentum to changing one other small thing. You know, cutting out, I don't know, it was eating healthier breakfast. And then one thing and another. You know, before I was able to reach 13 miles, I would run 1 mile over and over and over. I have countless of 100 miles, countless of times that I just ran 3 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile. You know, until I started forming a habit, my legs got stronger, my will got stronger. That's all you have to do. Do one thing over and over and over and over until you form a habit. For whatever it is you want to do. It doesn't have to be physical, it doesn't have to be exercise. Maybe you want to finish school, or do one thing over and over and over. Read a sentence a day, a sentence. And do that over and over and over until you're reading 2 sentences, 3 sentences. You know, do 1 flashcard a day. And just do that over and over and over until you're doing 2 flashcards, 3 flashcards, 4 flashcards. You know, whatever it is you have to do. But change the small things before you change the big things. You know, do the easy things first before you tackle the hard things. Because it's all about longevity. You want to make sure you could do this for the rest of your life. You know? Well, get after it.